Well, actor Holly Robinson Peete says she feels disrespected by Air Canada after an incident involving her two teenage sons. Now, the two were barred from boarding their flight from Vancouver on Monday. And for more, let's reach out right now to the CBC's Yvette Brand. She is in Vancouver. So, Yvette, good to see you. What happened here?
Well, you know, Peete comes to Vancouver a lot. She was here filming a Hallmark movie and she invited her sons down for the weekend. They went to head home after, spending time with their mom. They went to the Air Canada ticket counter on last Monday, actually, and this is a 16-year-old and a 19-year-old, Robbie and Roman. And when they approached the ticket counter, they were told they had to show the credit card to prove that they had paid for this flight. They were, in the end, after some tension at that counter, denied access to the flight. They weren't given a boarding pass. They weren't allowed on the flight. And this whole experience really troubled Peete, as you'll hear from her now.
When you're a mama, you get your mama bear on, and if I were any closer to that airport, I would have rolled up and handled it. But one of the things that really bothered me was when the boys were trying to talk to the ticket agent. We were on the phone, and I kept saying, I want to talk to him, and he would not talk to me. He would not talk to the parent. That is not cool.
So she buys her sons these two business class tickets. They're denied boarding. Yvette, how often does this kind of thing happen? What is Air Canada saying about it all?
Well, I spoke to Air Passenger Rights Group President Gabor Lukács, and he said that this is really common. This happens quite a bit. You just don't hear about it all the time because it isn't an actor's children. And he said that he's raised this several times with them and that he is concerned that people, when they pay for a service, aren't given the service that they paid for. Here's a clip of him describing what he thinks would be fair.
As a general rule, the airline should provide a passenger with a meaningful opportunity to clear out any kind of doubt or misunderstanding that may happen. Expecting the passenger to produce a credit card at the airport is completely unreasonable if no advance notice of that was provided.
So, he describes how you could be a business passenger and maybe your company paid for your trip, or any one of our children that we pay for travel. They may have no way to confirm or produce that credit card. And he's urging people that have this happen to them with Air Canada to, maybe file small claims or, file more than a complaint, because it's a very common thing. So, of course, we reached out to Air Canada. We tried several times to get a comment from them, and they did provide a written comment by email where they described that this was, unfortunate, that they did offer to compensate the hotel room, and that they did this because they have to protect against fraud. So this came up as a flag because of the credit card and perhaps the amount spent. But we still have a lot of questions that we're looking for answers from on this story.
Absolutely. Peete herself says she wants to hear from someone higher up from Air Canada, so we'll be following it very closely. Yvette Brand, thank you for that. Appreciate it.